All right, day 3, episode 3 of creating GifMeme, or at least trying to. We've got a bit of a monstrosity in our hands, so I'm just going to clean it up a little bit today, and I'm going to try to get it to something shippable. Saturday morning, I've got Hobbs next to me, and I might meet up with a random person for coffee, which Twitter is an amazing thing. You just have somebody flying into LA and could be interesting. So nice to meet new people. So let's see. Let's get started on figuring out where to go. There's a few things I would like to change here. When I made it last time, ChatGPT misunderstood me twice, and I think there was just something just going on over there where things weren't working. So I'm going to give it another try today. I'm going to try to get this, like, upload a GIF into here. I'm going to get rid of this duplicate file name, get this caption working a little bit better, and then try to make this a little bit more memey. And then I think we'll be able to launch a version. And for me, it's just all about getting something that I can just launch before I quit. Launch before I quit. We're getting close on here. I'm just going to start a new chat and just start over so that I get the least likelihood of getting the dreaded just an error has occurred and starting over. So I'm going to start over, and I'm just going to do the same thing I normally do, which is like changes, and then I'm going to put code down here, and I'll just paste in the code down here so that it has it. And let me think the best way to word some of this. So I'm going to ask it to change this text here, the choose file, to just upload a GIF. I think that'll be simpler, and then I'm just going to remove all of this. It didn't quite understand before what I was trying to do. And let's see, when I upload this, it doesn't need this here and here as well. This is still working. All right. You know, on the border issue here, I'm wondering if the solution is just to have no border at first. Sometimes the easiest is just to remove things and not deal with the problems here. I think I might try that. I'll try that with I'm going to say change the border to only be in the preview container, not the individual frames. I might be being a bit specific here to tell it in the preview frame, but I think it'll give me what I want. That probably means I haven't learned my lesson yet from the last episode. I'm realizing this choose file is super boring too, so I'm going to say make the upload button be fun and retro and large. We'll see what we get with that combination. All right, I think that's good for this round. Let's send it. I'm going to copy it just in case I get an error. All right. Wait, what's going on? Yep. I'm getting some code. We'll see what it looks like. I'm getting the repeat again, where it seems to be caught in this loop. This is a new experience. I'm wondering what's triggering this. But I'm going to stop it so that there's not infinite recursion and we crash the OpenAI systems. Okay, but I have the new code, and is it getting stupider? I feel like it's getting stupider. I feel like it was working better a few days ago. And so I'm trying to think why that would be. Is there really a change? Am I missing something? So it's still not changing the choose file, and maybe it does. You know, when I click this, maybe this is just one big sort of button. It doesn't seem to know how to override this choose file part, but there obviously is. This is not that fun. I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10 on this one. But let's see if it works still. Okay, it still works. We have the no color border. Oh, you know what? This might actually work if this section here, if this background is going to be the same as this, we might actually have a way to make this all the same border. I'm really unhappy with this top area though. It also made caption big. Why is it getting stupid? Why you stupid? It's actually not. It's so smart. And this is amazing. It's just when it doesn't do what you want, it's so sad. And I seem to be stuck in a loop on some of this stuff. But we're making progress. We're going to keep going. I did notice that on the last one I had the plugins beta enabled. Maybe there's just some issue going on with that. So I'm going to take it off, see if that fixes it. And then I might ask for less changes at a time, even though that's slower. I do need to have it start just giving me the difference, I think, because that makes a big difference versus the entire file. So a couple changes. I'm going to tell it, since it's failed on this 3 times to change this choose file, I'm going to tell it what it says. Like the upload button says choose files, which is a default, I'm assuming. Override that to say upload a GIF, hoping that this one will work. The caption, just telling it's too large, make it half the size bold. And then here, I'm noticing we kind of regressed in this to where the border, when this refreshes, you can see this border, which we don't want. So we want this to only appear when the user is uploaded. So I'm telling it that. And let's see how far we get. And you can see that we didn't get a duplicate, like we didn't get an infinite regression here, but it did stop. So this is getting sort of at its limit. So usually what I do here is I break out the styles. That's usually the easiest way. Breaking out the styles and the JavaScript, that reduces the amount of stuff. But then I have to give it more things every time I reset. But it's inevitable. Let's go ahead and ask it to break these up. Actually, I might as well just have it do it. Break the code up. I'm just going to tell it the files that I want so that I keep it standardized. And that should be pretty simple. I think I want to put these into, I'm going to put it like this. Because then when I upload it into GitHub, it will work automatically for me. If I put these files in the main directory on GitHub, it won't display on using GitHub pages. And it should give it to me right here. And we'll just copy these in. All right, so we've got the styles CSS separated, the index.html, and now we'll do the script. All right, we've got this in. It still did not figure out this upload a GIF and choose file. The box is missing, which is, not missing, but that's what we wanted. We didn't want that. So now we need to see if there's a bright color when we upload this. It still works. It's white, so I'm not really sure. We'll have to try it again. Let's see if it's a different color. Yeah, it's white again, so there's something not quite right about that. And let's make sure the caption works. That looks good. So we've got some work to do on this top part, and also around here. But we've got things split into 3 different files. I feel like we're getting closer here. So here, I'm just gonna do one thing. I'm going to be really clear again. I want the input for the upload button. Maybe that'll trigger it to say upload a GIF, not the default choose file. It's really struggling with this. I'm a little surprised. Changing the input button is not directly possible. But there are workarounds using CSS. Okay. At least it seems to understand what I'm wanting here. I hope it's not giving me full files for everything. Oh, good. Okay, rest of your HTML file. This will be a lot faster. All right, I guess it hides the default input button. It makes it invisible but still functional. Let's give it a try. That's pretty interesting. So we're just going to paste the new code in the HTML file here, and then paste this into the styles and save it, and then we can refresh, and we got upload a GIF. Interesting. I can see here it only turns into a click right there, although it still works in other places, it looks like, if I click it here. Oh, no, it doesn't. So we need it to fit. So there's something weird. Oh, there's a click there. So it doesn't work exactly, but I like the styling. That's kind of fun. We can make it more fun, but we need to make this click actually go over it completely. But this is definitely progress. And let's upload it. Okay, this is better because we don't need the file name anyway. Yeah. So I guess I'll ask it to, I want to make this more fun. I kind of want to make this like one of those like rainbow gradients or something silly. Maybe you can do that in CSS. And then we're going to want a margin. What are those called? A margin, yeah, whatever. We can work with this. We're getting close. I was actually seeing how to describe this this in between, and so I did this select element here. And I was like, okay, because I did ask it to remove the borders on the frames, but as I'm like scrolling over this, I'm seeing that's not actually what's going on. It's using this display grid, which back in my day, we did not have this. So this is new for me. But I can see there's some sort of grid template columns, and look at this. Like as I hover over this, just in Chrome, it's telling me how this works and different things. So gap is 10px, and so if I just remove this gap, that's all we need here. I'm wondering if we made this, if we can make the gap a color, or if it shows behind. Maybe we need to make. Oh, if we make the preview container behind it. So there's a preview here. So if I do inspect and I can see here, see there's this border. I bet if I do a background, let's see if I remember how to do that. I think it's background color. If we make that white, yeah, there we go. So we can make this the preview, we can make the background white. We could keep the gap of 10 pixels. Oh, you know what? It would be the random, whatever the random crazy color is. Although we don't need to do the random. That's interesting. Oh, that's so fun. So here's a way to do kind of what I was wanting to do before. But I understand how it works a little bit better now. So there's a gap. And instead of making a border, we could make the background color of that, and then we could do a padding around it. And so then you don't need any border at all. And then everything would be the same color. This is me figuring it out. ChatGPT probably could have done that. But I, like in these moments, I really just want to understand a little bit about what's going on. And now I'm feeling pretty comfortable. One thing this doesn't do is because I'm using the pixels here, it doesn't resize this with the screen. So if I do like test here, so, you know, like the text there is resizing, which is very nice, but right now the border is not, which I don't know if we need to. But see, the border is about perfect size, like here. Actually, you know what? I think we might want to. Let's just test it. What was that crazy thing? It was VW? Is that what it was? I think it was VW. So if I do like the gap and I say 1 VW, and so if I say like it looks about like right. Well, here that looks about right. Okay, and then if I make this bigger, yeah, that does seems to be working. Yeah, look how it's getting pretty small there, and the border's remaining the same size. And then if I take this off, oh yeah. That's pretty good. I should probably do it like that. So that's what I'm going to ask it here. So instead of the border, give it a 3 VW padding and make the gap 3 VW. Oh, and we need to add the color and make the background FFF. That's white. We could just say white. But FFF, just so you know, if you didn't know that, it's white. All right, let's give this a shot. All right, so let's copy the code here. So it only changed this button to a label class. Interesting. And then we just need to replace this style. So we can copy this. Looks like it goes from body to preview. So just body and then down to preview. Right there. And we can remove the rest of your CSS. It's nice that it comments that though, so it doesn't break anything if you forget it. Okay, we'll save that, and we will reload here. Upload a GIF. Okay, we've got a rainbow background. That's ugly. Now there's no clickable mouse, but it works. So that's just like a pointer clicker sort of thing. That I kind of liked the other button before, to be honest. I like the round button. This is somehow, although it's, oh man, you know what? This is back. We always take one step forward, one step back in these things. This is perfectly janky though, so that's kind of fun. Let's upload it. We got this. We've got, you know what? We finally have our even padding though. Oh, this feels like progress. Yeah. And see if it resizes. Yes, it does. Look at that. I've never been more proud of anything in my life. We can get rid of this border. It didn't quite get rid of it. This really is progress. This is the most beautiful thing that's ever been created. So I'm checking here. Oh, look at this. That's a nasty break right here. Look at the way this uploaded GIF, like, ouch. That, you know, but you know what? it's kind of ridiculous. There's a part of me that just wants to leave stuff like that. It's just, this is not for production. We can just play around with it. I do see that there is a border here. And so I think this border is what, I think we just need to only display preview, like this whole preview thing after. That way, like no matter what we do in the future, that fixes it. Wow, that button sucks. But I am going to ask it to make the button round like the last one and the color green. Just, or you know what? I think I want to make it bright. No, actually I want to make the color bright cyan. Because that's a great color. I feel like that's going to look good there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask it to only display the preview after the user uploads an image. I want it to remove the border that's created after the user uploads an image, because that's back when we were trying to make it random colors, which I still might, to be honest, but let's get it back to where this is working and make caption be on its own line. So I want this up here. I don't think I want it next to it. Well, this isn't that bad, I guess. Let's ask GPT to make some changes. And it's cooperating. My favorite here is background red for the button, and the comment here is for browsers that do not support gradients. It's just going to be bright red for those people. I also think the color 0FF, it looks like off. Is that cyan? That's really cool if that's true. All right, I have got everything in there. Let's, ooh. Well, it's interesting. It just changed it to red. I don't know what's going on here, but it's actually beautiful. We've got a double caption, man. Oh, you know what? I think it just moved the caption up top. And so I just needed to remove it down here at the bottom. So we'll do that real quick. It's got a caption wrapper now. Okay, upload a GIF. And add a caption. This is pretty good. We've got the even border. We've got a caption. We've got the ugliest button of all eternity. I'm not happy with this caption area. I think it just actually needs a little bit of TLC. I'm not sure. Do we want to upload the button? Have him upload the button. Upload the button. Do we want to have him upload the image first and then write a caption? That seems like the sequence, right? Because you kind of want to see it first, and then you can edit a caption. Wow, that is so incredibly ugly. I'm very proud of that. Hang on. I just noticed that this frame is not the same as earlier. Remember what, like, something must have changed. Remember, before it was sort of mirrored or something. So why would the frames change? Right here. Interesting. Something changed, and I don't know why it would. Probably right here. 0.25. 0.5, is that what I said? Oh, wait, didn't I say 75% before? How did that get changed to 0.5? Sometimes it just makes things up like this. Sometimes I think it just forgets, and then it just makes something up. It's kind of similar to human memory, right? Like, we think we remember something in a way, but we don't remember the details, and so we just kind of fill it in the best that we can, and we don't even realize we're doing it. It seems to do similar things. Like this was 0.75 before. So if I go and I change this to 0.75, oops, and I upload this again, then it's the same as before. So, yeah, wait, I don't know why that's saying node file chosen, that's annoying. So we're just gonna clean this last bit up, and I think this is I feel like this is a ship. This is, at this point, maybe we'll put, say, just like screen cap to share, so people know. But we're pretty much done. All right, so I've got some changes here. I'm going to change the margins here, and I'm also going to have that take a screenshot to share. And let's see if that gets it. I also gave it the new modification since it decided to change it. So we're adding in the screenshot text here. I like that it said by default display none, which means it'll only display, I think, after they upload. I love that it somehow came to that conclusion. I was going to ask it that, but I didn't, and it just did it. And we're going to grab the new CSS here. All right, I have all of that saved. You never know what you're going to get when you ask it to make something more fun or something like that. So it's actually kind of a more fun surprise than me just asking for what I want, and I want to do more of that. Okay, enter a caption. Actually, with this nice big text here, I don't even need this, and it's really clear. And look, it's not there. So I'm going to say test. I'm going to upload this, and there it is. Oh, we didn't get our emoji on here. Take a screenshot to share. This feels really good. Really good. We can probably, what do you think? Remove the caption, because right here it's so clear, enter a caption. Test. I still kind of like it down here, but yeah, it's really clear. So this could actually be a max width of 500 as well, so that it's up there. Oh, need to see how it works. Yeah, that still works there. I'm not loving these borders though. This is where I struggle to ship it, because it's like I could perfect it forever if you want to consider any of this perfection, which it's really not. Um, for the emoji, I'm probably just gonna copy the actual emoji that I put, since it's not like translating. I'll probably just do that one manually so I can see it inside right here. Oh wait, no. Interesting. Okay, there is an emoji there, but it's not displaying. I have no idea how emojis work in that sense. I would have assumed it would just work. There's like different character sets and things. I'm surprised it didn't just work. But this is feeling like this bright white border is not feeling like it's completely shareable. I also haven't tested it on any other GIFs, so I'm just assuming just because it works with this one doesn't mean it'll work everywhere. But let's make a couple changes. We're going to make this max width so that it's nice and big. I think I can remove this caption since it's there. And then I just want to think a little bit of this frame, and then I think we're done. Sometimes it's easier just to do things yourself. Like, I could ask the AI to do it. It's not a whole lot of point in that. Like for the caption, I can just do that, refresh, and it's gone. So that's probably, some of these things are just easier. And as you learn to do things, it's not worth the time. I am going to ask it how to fix that though. But when you don't have the AI make those changes, you do need to give it the new code. Otherwise, it just keeps repeating itself. Thinking about how to make this frame. If I just do the background, was it 0? Is like off, right? Does that actually work? 0 FF. Oh yeah, it does. It's so funny. I really like that. That's pretty ugly. This frame still doesn't feel right, like this padding or something. Maybe we should make it smaller, like 2. We change that to 2, and we change the gap to 2. I really like that I can just see the changes here. Or I could do it 1. In my mind, it was like this really big padding. Like this. But that's kind of silly. Maybe. Is it silly? Maybe like 5. 4? I think we were at 3 originally. I think the not white is better. Like the white is just, even on this caption, like the white doesn't feel right. I almost want it black. Maybe we'll make that caption be a black background and white text. If I just say a black background, I'll probably give it something. I'm still not loving this frame. Let me think about it a little bit more. All right, I think I'm settling on this. Just a thin, like a nice thin border like this. And I like that it's not white. It could maybe be green. Maybe we'll try that green. But we'll get this as a next step. All right, so I'm going to ask for these changes, fix the emoji, make the black background the caption, change the preview. Let's see what we get back. And I also gave it the new HTML that I made a change to. It just doesn't. So it does say that it'll make the emoji by encoding it as an HTML entity, but it says that there's no change in the index.html. So I need to get that. But let's see the rest of the changes. Okay, I just did it, and we have a bunch of, something's wrong now. I'm sad. We took 1 step forward, 12 steps back. I think I need to give it all of the information again. I think it's making wrong assumptions. So we'll open up a new chat. And then we'll ask for our changes again, but we'll give it the files. All right, I've got these in here with the old code. Let's see if it hallucinates less. I just went on Twitter and I see a number of people talking about, somebody said like, did ChatGPT get lobotomized yesterday? And that's exactly what I've been noticing since yesterday. Like, even right now, it's just giving me the full code again, and so I have to ask for the changes. And like we've even seen here, like it doesn't quite understand. So I do think it got dumber since yesterday, but the responses are faster. So I'm assuming they made some change, but I want the older, smarter version, not the quicker, dumber version. All right, I've refreshed. We've got a nice black background here. Let's upload our GIF. We've got it with the latest changes. We've got our camera working. So I think GifMeme is done. We now have a working way to take a GIF, split it in 4 things, add a caption, take a screenshot. All right, thanks ChatGPT. We got done. Next is something else. Thanks for joining if you watched this far.